fam, what's good with you? Look, fam, look, this is just a quick public service announcement from your boy. Look, fam, check out the 2A-N-LA official merchandise store. We got some of the hottest gear out there, whether it's your Right to Bear Arms cap or your 2A-N-LA Love Guns cap or that Love Guns tumbler. That's no joke. And for you more sophisticated folks, you know you got that Love Guns wine chiller. All right. If you look down in the description of the video, you'll see the link to the official 2A-N-LA store. 100% of the proceeds from the store go directly back into the channel to bring you better content. All right. Thanks. Let's get this video rolling. Yo, fam, what's good with you? It's your boy 2A-N-LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, and future episodes, it's just my personal opinion. You shouldn't take it as fact. You shouldn't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, fam, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Welcome. I appreciate you. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and subscribe. I think you are going to enjoy the content. And if you don't, look, fam, you can always unsubscribe later. And if you're an existing supporter, fam, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. All right. Let's get this episode started. So look, fam, this is going to be a quick video. I wanted to do a CCW update for those who missed the first video that we did on how to get a California CCW. Go back and check that out because that'll kind of lay down the groundwork for you. This episode is really kind of to kind of give you what I kind of had to go through and where we are today. So look, I already had a non-resident CCW from the state of Arizona. That allowed me to carry in essentially 36 states. Unfortunately, it did not allow me to carry here in the state of California. Now, California is kind of a mixed bag. I don't know how other places are, but in the state of California, essentially, you apply for a CCW through whomever your local police department is. And so it historically has been very inconsistent. This city right here may have no problem issuing CCWs, and the city right next to it may not issue any at all. So it really is kind of the luck of the draw in terms of where you live. I live in the city of Los Angeles, which is within the county of Los Angeles. And historically, neither the LA Police Department nor the LA County Sheriff were willing to issue CCW permits. They had this good cause requirement. You have to have a real reason to apply, right? So I started this probably around August of 2021. I simultaneously submitted an application to the Los Angeles Police Department and simultaneously submitted an application to the LA Sheriff's Department. The LAPD, to their credit, were a lot faster in terms of getting back to me. In around December of 2021, so, you know, maybe about 3 or 4 months after I had applied, I came in for an interview. And they set me down, went through the interview. I laid out, I felt, a very strong case for good cause. And I was promptly declined by letter in the mail. And basically they were saying all my reasons for good cause were not actually reasons. The only way they could have been is if I was a victim. You know, if I was a victim of what I was concerned about, then maybe they would have been willing to give it. But absent that, they weren't willing to provide me with a CCW. I should also mention that when I applied for both of these, this is both pre-Bruin decision. So we didn't have the Supreme Court on our side. Now, what was kind of amazing is around the same time that I applied, the LA Sheriff's Department started to really relax their CCW issuance policy. In fact, the sheriff at the time came out and acknowledged that they just did not have enough law enforcement officers to protect us and keep us safe. And absent that, we needed the ability to be able to protect ourselves. Duh. Right? That's what we've been saying all along, right? So, long story short, there was some flexibility there, right? But the LA Sheriff's Department was so slow in processing. Now, in their defense, I'm sure they were bombarded with applications. Once word got out that, they were loosening up their policies, I'm sure they were likely getting hundreds and hundreds of applications every day. And it took them time to build up their department, etc., to be able to take this on. So from the time that I applied around August and September, it was probably almost a year, probably around May, June of last year, that I actually had the interview. And the interview went well. They asked, just basic fundamental questions trying to ascertain, kind of whether or not you're crazy or whatever, if you're imbalanced. So that wasn't bad. So I went for the interview and I'm thinking, okay, great. I had almost waited a year, probably about 10 months to actually have the interview. So I'm thinking, all right, this should the line to the finish should be relatively quick. Well, June goes by, July goes by, August goes by, September goes by. Now, keep in mind, while all this is transpiring, this is not the end of the road. So what happens after your interview, assuming that your interview goes okay, they then put you in for your background check. And once your background check is done, you then have to take a firearms training course, right? Pass it, show proficiency with the firearms that you want to list on your license, and you can only list 3. So this is not like other states where you can carry whatever gun you want to carry. It has to be one of 3 guns that you're allowed to carry, and only pistols, handguns, no brace pistols or anything like that, right? So whatever. I'm just happy to be able to defend myself. So I know that whenever they finish the background, that I'm still going to have to do this other process. So I kind of jumped the gun a bit. I went, took the class, got qualified with all the different firearms, which was easy peasy, lemon squeezy, and sent in my information. And they said, oh, we appreciate you sending in your information, but you're not supposed to do it until we finish up your background. So, but we'll hold on to it in the file. So then fast forward past, where was I? I was thinking September, right? So fast forward past September, past October, past November. Now I'm reaching out to them like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Oh, you're still in background, blah, blah, blah. Okay, past December. Now we're into 2023 in January. They hit me up and they're like, okay, look, your background is complete. We have your training, your qualifications for the training class. So that's good. We just have to submit you for final approval. And I'm sorry, that was probably the latter part of December, right before Christmas. So then the new year comes, January comes, February passes, and now finally in February they call me and say, hey, you're approved. We're ready to set up a date for you to come pick up your permit, and it's still 30 days out. So I started the process in August, September of 2021, and it took till March 2023 to get my permit from the LA Sheriff's Department. And ironically, during that time frame, of course, Bruin passes. The LAPD has since changed their policy, and they reached out to me saying, "Hey, do you want to come back in and apply?" But I felt like I was so close to the end with the Sheriff's Department that I didn't pursue it. But I finally got my CCW. And fam, I cannot tell you the just the joy, the comfort that I feel now being able to conceal carry in my home state, in my home city, because this is where I spend the majority of my time. And every time I go out of the house without a firearm, I feel vulnerable. With the way crime is and everything today. So I say all this so you guys know the journey. If you're interested in getting you a CCW in the state of California, apply now. Wherever, go to contact your local police department or sheriff's department and put in your applications. Not everywhere is as backed up as the LA Sheriff's Department. A lot of places can turn it around in like 30, 60 days. But if you're in the city of LA, if you're in the county of Los Angeles, then yeah, apply now because it's going to take some time. But I promise you, it is worth the wait. It's a long journey, almost 2 years from start to finish. But your boy can legally carry in the state of California now. So, man, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right? That's it for this episode, fam. If you got any questions, if you're in the state of California and you got any questions, just drop them down in the comments. I am happy to help. All right? That's it, fam. Until next time, take care of one another and peace.